one more. Live odds, sportsbookreview.com. Game number 2 in the association. Golden State at LA to take on the Clippers. Golden State 4, 224 the total. Golden State went 4-0 against the Clippers last year, but only 2-2 ATS. We didn't do a lot of this yesterday, Teddy. We just mentioned it, what he did in the half, but we saved it now because we knew we were going to talk about this game. Klay Thompson, 60 points in 29 minutes?
Yeah, pretty epic. You know, he sat down with 1:22 left in the third and didn't return, and people are bitching at Steve Kerr for benching him, for sitting him. No, you don't. Golden State's not about individual records. Golden State's about winning a championship. You're in a blowout win. You leave your stars on the bench. I have no issue with that whatsoever. But when you talk about 2.07 points per minute, that's the equivalent of what Wilt Chamberlain did when he reached 100. That's 99.4 out for a full game. So, Wilt Chamberlain, you don't hear that record talked about very often. He's the first player, obviously, in the shot clock era to score more than 60 when playing less than 30 minutes. His plus-minus for the game, plus 37 over 29 minutes and 3 seconds. And he wasn't just bombing away from three-point land. He was 13 of 19 on 2-point attempts, Paulie. The quote, I think it started for me when I got a few layups in the beginning. That really opened up my game. Whenever I'm active off the ball, that's when I'm at my best. He was certainly at his best on Monday night.
This team is a machine offensively, 115.4 points per 100 possessions, 1.5 points more than any other team. The D keeps improving. Now they're up to number 9 in the league, and they're finally getting some help on the boards as they're 13th now with the battle of the boards.
Yeah, they're finally, and again, remember the awful early season stats we talked about with Golden State, both defensively and rebounding. They're finally into the plus. They're out-rebounding their opponents in the aggregate over the season, which means given that bad start, they're even better. Same thing with the defense. They're number 9 on defense right now. They were, 23rd when we talked about them before? It was way down in the 26th maybe? So they've even been playing higher than that level ever since. This team is a juggernaut right now. Paulie, didn't take long. It took the Warriors a little while, as we expected that it would. But right now, man, this team's tough to step in front of. That being said, you have to wonder, does the game that Klay Thompson have fire up this Clipper team? You know it's a statement game for the home underdog.
Yes, and guess what happened? They had the huge win on national television. They blew out the Cavs. They returned home after the long road trip where they laid an egg at home against Indiana. It happens all the time, Teddy.
Sure, but now, since that egg against Indiana, they've had 2 days of practice at home. That's the first time this has happened since the season began. That's a difference maker for a lot of squads when Doc Rivers gets extra chance to hang out with his guys on the practice floor in the comfort of their home environment. Rivers, quote, you look them in the eye, you guard them. Talking about the Warriors. They're no different than anyone else. They're just really good. They're great shooters, but we're good too. It's funny. I don't talk about them a lot or anyone a lot. I talk more about us, like what we have to do and get back to doing defensively. But you guard them just like any other team. If I've learned anything in this league, when you start changing stuff, then you're going to get destroyed against whoever that is. So don't expect wholesale changes for what the Clips are going to do against the Warriors, even though they went 0-4 against that team in straight-up fashion last year.
All right.
Go to SBRodds.com. Browse, compare, and shop live odds available at top online sportsbooks. Do your research before you bet. Check out our ratings guide to see which books have the best ratings and sign-up bonuses. Open up several accounts and shop for lines at SBRodds.com. Always be ahead of the game.